Alright, we're back. We're back. Sorry for the delay. We're back, and it's time once again for our driver career BWT HWA Race Lab, of course, in Formula 2. We lead the Formula 2 Championship in the drivers. We also barely lead the constructors, but Azerbaijan, round 4 of the F2 season. We got practice, we got qualifying, we got the feature race, we got lag apparently, and we got the sprint race as well, all of which is sunny, except for qualifying, which is looking to be a little wet, but I'm wondering why all of a sudden we're getting a big lag spike. Am I really going to have to pause it and investigate the lag spike right at the start of the stream? Right at the start of the stream, yeah. Anyway, it is going to be Baku. Tell you what, we're gonna let's let the cinematic roll out. That's Mick, one of our championship rivals, and then let's take a quick break and we're gonna figure out the lag thing. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I just had a reboot of the router, so we'll see if that works. I'm also gonna bump the quality down by 100. Hopefully that works for everybody. But we are back. Sorry for that. And yes, I think it's our driver, it's our F2 season. Round Baku. So this circuit, mediums, really weird tire selection. You get mediums and you get the super softs. It's a bit odd, really, in all honesty. Usually you would expect mediums and softs or something around that, but all of the practice programs are expected to be run on the super softs as well. We don't have.
Remember, we have practice programs to run. It'll be very beneficial for the team if we do these. This is the only session remaining to do them, so let's get on that Ponto.
Qualifying, by the way, for qualifying, I should say, we've got a pretty much dry right at the start. Then the rain looks like it's going to come probably about 20 to 30 minutes into the session. So, yeah, you see the rain there 30 minutes. So between 15 and 30 minutes, we're going to get the rain. So really, the best laps are going to be right at the beginning of the qualifying session.
Track is pretty empty right now. Lots of space.
Completely dry. So the feature race, going through the feature race. Remember, the feature race cannot last longer than an hour. So just right away, looking at the weather, up to an hour. Even though the game will send it up to 120 minutes. You're looking at just pure dry, just pure sun. which is fine. It's great. Baku in the rain is not really as enjoyable as
Okay,
Baku in
here's
the
something
dry.
to consider
Then again, you can say
about
that about any
Baku.
track, really.
Take extra care at the right-hander at turn 4 and the left at 8 that takes you uphill. Both of these are tight corners with deceptive runoffs. It's very easy to miss your braking point.
Yep. Of course, turn 4 is right here, and turn 8 is right there. And you'll see just how tight turn 8 really is. It's it can be very. I mean, turn 8, if you miss it, you're out of the race. You're just getting punished. So, you can't miss it. I mean, you literally have to make that corner every time. So, sprint race, sun all the way through. Nothing here to worry about on the sprint race, obviously. So, it's just qualifying that we get the rain. So, we're going to start with fuel management. We're going to go out on a flying lap. So all this is fuel management.
In this program, we want you to focus on fuel-saving technique. Lift and coast through corner entry to save as much as you can while keeping under the minimum lap time.
This flat-out section can be a little difficult as well. Clean lap, minimal fuel, and DRS all zones. So that's our targets for this practice program. There's the first DRS zone. Trying to lift and coast because you're not really going to get the opportunity to save fuel in the third sector. It has to be said. And as long as you don't hard accelerate out of turns, you should get this. That's the turn 4 he was talking about there, by the way. Very deceptive. Still up in the delta. This is turn 7. So this is turn 8 that he means. And yeah, you have to hit that because you see, if you go loose, I mean, you're in the wall. You do anything wrong there, and guess what? You're in the wall. Want to hold a flag here. This is known as the esports corner. I don't know why. I think it's because you can kind of take a lot of curve and not get penalized for it. Whew. And the final DRS speed trap, not great. Bang!
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so
that
come
is
on back
fuel.
to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
Done and dusted for us. Easy clap on the fuel management. Tire management is next. Drive a clean sector, drive a lap without leaving the track, activate DRS in all zones. Not particularly anything too difficult, I don't think.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Whatever you say, Jeff. You're the man, Jeff. Although my lap, by the way. Right now I'm in P9. Back end slid a little there, actually. But didn't hurt me in terms of tire wear. Doesn't look like. at turn 4. It is kind of tight. It's nowhere near as bad as turn 8 though. Because you go uphill as well at turn 8, the back end particularly steps out on you a little. See, just like that. And on the top of the hill it did. Hasn't really hurt us in terms of delta or tire wear. In fact, tire wear is pretty much pinned to the purple. Ooh, that's leaving the track. Much better. It's hard for me to stay flat through that section. I have to lift a little. Well through the speed trap. And there's only 12 cars on the grid.
Okay, test complete. And
that lap
a very
improved
good
me
job
to
indeed.
5th.
We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
But it's only 5th. And now we're going to have to retry one more time well, not retry. I mean, we got the 5 for both. So we need to do the race strategy now, obviously. So after that, all the practice programs are complete. The question is, I didn't look at the objectives actually for the development boost. Not that it particularly matters.
Okay, we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate
speed
a good
trap
race strategy.
Which I'm objectively not doing well in. Clean lap and conserve fuel. I think for conserve fuel we're going to be okay. We have to see though, so we are going to push it a little more than, say, under the fuel management practice program. Back end really wanted to step out there. It's almost if you remain in 3rd, and it's true in the Formula 1 cars as well, but if you remain in 3rd, that castle section there, that at turn 8, 9, 10 is a lot easier to handle. So that'll be the key, because the back end just wants to come out way too much under 2nd gear. I mean, we already see it in the 1st sector, even like with turns 3 and 4. So I didn't nail the speed trap. Both 22nd in the speed trap, not good. I just can't get the turning tight enough.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
I got conserved fuel, and I got clean lap. Speed trap is it.
Our best lap so far is a 1:55.9. Armstrong is behind you. Their best lap time is a 1:56.5.
So we're 6/10 right now, quicker than Armstrong. I can hold that section flat, but this upcoming Sector 3, man, I can't hold this shit flat. This shit is just so difficult. I don't know what'll help. I don't know if a early turn in, late turn in. Early turn in looks okay. That was actually not too bad. It got me up to first in the speed trap, and it got me the achievement, or the development boost. So, actually, that was great. Fair enough.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
A little too early in that turn. We thought turn 4 was a danger. While we are practicing, as opposed to the race. Well, we're probably doing the race anyway. Let's talk about the schedule.
This is your final lap of the race.
What? Final lap of the race? I hit vehicle condition, bro.
This is your final lap of the race.
Nice game, Codemasters. Nice game. But yes, no stream tomorrow. We got a league race, Abu Dhabi. We got our 7th win in 16. At Australia on Monday. Now we just have to really see out the season. 113 points gets us the championship title in that. We have 10 races to get those 113 points, so sounds like a lot.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
But it's either 113 points that we get or that our second closest competitor doesn't get. It's the magic number. So, definitely things to watch out for there. 260 points are still on the table. That's the point. That's the main thing. Only 113 of them are needed for the title. Now, that's Wednesday. Wednesday no stream because of that league race. Race 17 of 26. Thursday we'll be back with NASCAR. We're going to have the truck series. I can't remember what race it is, but it is the truck series. And then we're back Saturday as well with Woof's Angels F1 team, and that is from the ever so busy Monaco Street Circuit. Circuit de Monaco.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
One more lap here in this race program. How are the tires? So we have to running, you figure, 3 out laps, 2 in laps, that's 5. 2 laps for the tire and the fuel management, that's 7. We've done 4 of the 5 laps here, that's 11. We're already at 23% for the right side tires. So the mediums are not going to last a very long time around here, that's for sure. You're looking at maybe 25 laps on the mediums at best. And even then you're starting to deal with some grip loss there. Not even 25 really. I mean, maybe 25. I think maybe really more realistically they last about 20. But then the super softs are probably only going to last like 6-7 laps. Like, I don't think the super softs are going to last very long around here. Coming under the delta. Bang! That's the practice program done.
Job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
And we're still improving. Push lap here. We're gaining a lot of time. We're almost a second up. Oh, we clipped the... See? It's unforgiving. Turn 8 is genuinely very unforgiving like that. So you can't brake late into turn 8. You cannot brake late into turn 8. That is what happens when you do. You gotta brake early and take a lot of the curb.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
Bam. 1.5 seconds. About 1.5 seconds quicker than any lap I ran the practice program. Boom, 154. Ooh, she don't want to turn.
We're low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please.
Really have to box this lap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Armstrong behind. Their best lap time is a 1:56.5.
I got 2.4 seconds up on Armstrong, man. That is deadly around here. That's the quickest I've been All F2 season. Ooh, big lag spike. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hey, hold on, hold on, hold on. There you go. Another one. I'm keeping an eye on it, don't worry. But yeah, I mean, 2.1 seconds, like that is blindingly quick. Armstrong and the rest of the field are going to be in a little bit of trouble. If I am actually that quick around this track. And as we said,
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
we're boxing this lap. Oh, the line's not like deep. I thought the line was forward. The line's deep. I broke hella early because I thought the line was deep, but whatever. It's not. It's fine. It's fine. So that is pretty much practice is over. We put in a, I mean, look at the wear. Look at the wear. I mean, that's 10 laps of use. It's 27%. We put in a 1:24.1, and that's 2.4 seconds quicker than Armstrong.
Our best lap so far is at 1 minute 54.1.
I don't think they're even going to get close. So let's see how the timing board reflects. Remember, qualifying is wet. At the end of qualifying, the start of qualifying is dry. So we can set a fast lap at the beginning of qualifying. And obviously we can go into the feature race and the sprint race, which are both absolutely sunny dry. So that is going to be level 29 in a podium pass, by the way. So we're almost max level 30, ready to prestige.
An interesting practice
the
session
podium
there.
pass
Then
came out like
let's
2
remind
weeks ago.
ourselves
I
of
think
the top three, which
last
are
Tuesday.
Duchess, Armstrong, and Guan Yu Zhou. Thank you for joining us for free practice today.
maybe it was
We'll be
2
back
weeks
with
ago.
more Formula 2 action very shortly.
I think it was two Wednesdays ago. So that's the practice session. Mick Schumacher finishes 14th. Rublehouse 16th. Schwartzman 17th. I don't think this is really indicative of anybody's pace. I mean, Lundgaard hasn't been towards the top at all, and here he is in 5th. Same with Delatraz, and same with Samaya, and he's 12th. And what do you call it? Yuki Tsunoda's only 9th, and he's been the quickest one really of the AI cars that we're battling. Yuki Tsunoda's been the quickest one all season. You can see in the standings, he's right behind us. You can see Delatraz is in 12th. Lundgaard's down there in 18th. So, yeah, I don't think this is indicative of anybody's pace. We're 12 points ahead of the Carlin, though, after the sprint race in Monaco. Looking to widen the gap. But we're going to go into qualifying here. First, I'm going to go get some tea, and I need to take some medicine. So, I will be right back. 2-3 minute break. We're going to get some tea. We're going to get some tea. We're going to get some medicine. We'll be right back in about 3 to 4 minutes. All right, we're back. Sorry, we're back. Tea is made. We made tea. It's made. It's qualifying for the Baku Grand, well, not really Grand Prix, but the feature race. So, beautiful city that is Baku. We are going to be racing in the streets, and we've got a braking system fault. Nice. Right out the gates, we have got a braking system fault.
Sit rep, we've got a leak in the hydraulic system, so it's going to be a few minutes before we can get you out on track.
And the super soft is the tire you have to qualify on. Remember, the mediums have a lifespan of 26, according to this. And the super softs only 13 laps. So the feature race is 29.
We think we may see some
and the
rain.
sprint race is 21.
ETA is about 15 minutes.
We got 15 minutes till the rain, and we still got half a minute before we can even get out on the out lap because of a braking system fault. Not the best timing for it, but whatever. It is what it is. And we continue on. So
It's pretty quiet out on track. We should
yeah, I would consider getting
out
out, Jeff, but we've got a braking system fault, for fuck's sake. And boom, we're good to go. Park firme, flying lap, let's go. We really only have about 1 or 2 laps with which we can put in to do this, and we are going to have to start the race on these tires, I believe, so. Tell you what, they grip a lot better than the mediums did. That's for sure. Almost going to be at the rev limiter in 6th gear when we hit the braking zone. So notice put in the fastest lap. It's a 1:55. Armstrong was on an in lap, so he's very kindly moved aside. Oh, we got very close to that wall there. I'm still surprised we didn't touch it. We just breezed that one. Or grazed that one, I should say. Third gear, up the hill. We're trying to break into the 154s, really. Down the hill we go. So, can we hold this flat is the question. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Give us quite a lot of speed down the straight. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. It's a 153.4, and that is
the fastest lap.
pretty much going to be pole position, I think. I don't think we're going to be challenged for pole with that kind of a lap. So let us fast forward. We are 1.5 faster than Matsushita. So Tsunoda, I think, is going to come in here with a quicker lap. Same with Schumacher. I think we're going to see quicker laps out of them on the second go. There's Schumacher actually putting in the 55.1. Still not good. Matsushita with a 55.0. It's a pretty good lap. Is it going to hold? Tsunoda did a second lap, but he didn't really improve from his 55.1. So you're asking a third lap from those tires. That's the question. And the rain's come, so nobody's going to be able to put in even remotely close to a quick lap. So Matsushita is going to be alongside us in second position for the feature race. A really shocking qualifying. A lot of different.
Wind down from
I'm
the
just
excitement of
very
qualifying,
shocked.
Here's a look at your top three: Duchess, Matsushita, and Callum Ilott. Goodbye for now, then. But we
So
really
we
are just
know
getting started.
that the
Make sure you
Uni
join us again
Virtuosi
for Lights Out
has
tomorrow.
had some pace, right? Because Ilott's finished 5th in like a race. Zhou's constantly been up in the top 10, right? We're aware of Schumacher's presence. Same with Ticktum. Tsunoda being in 7th is a bit of a surprise. And Matsushita in the MP Motorsport. Remember, this is a car that has been bringing home 1.2 points per race. I mean, you can see Matsushita's down here on just 6 points. And Drogovic is on 4. You can see Campos has only got 14 points. I mean, they're not really. I'm sorry, MP Motorsport, they've got 10. They're down 10th in the championship, only above Trident, who have yet to score points. So you can see, like, this hasn't really been a competitive car in terms of battling for pole, battling for top 5s. And here they are, sticking the MP Motorsport Matsushita did on the front row of the grid. That's quite the achievement. Drogovic comes in 8th, ahead of Giotto, who struggled, by the way. The high-tech Giotto's been a top 5 car all season. He's down in 9th as well. So, but look at Daruvlaha, down in 14th position for the feature race as well. That's a big shock. I'm actually really, really surprised at that. So, oh wow, I can't even. What a grid shakeup the rain brings, I'll tell you what. Feature race and the sprint race, 29 laps and 21 laps, 50 in total. Let's go.
Welcome back to Baku. We're on the edge of the Caspian Sea in a bustling, vibrant capital, which once again plays host to the spectacle of Formula 2. This is not your usual racing circuit. It provides one of the most complete tests for the field. Sector 1 sports a set of 90-degree corners around the block, if you like. Sector 2 gets even tighter with the old city walls. Sector 3 just turns 16 to negotiate, and then 2.2 kilometers flat to the floor, full throttle in 6th gear, all the way to the end. Joining me today is a man who is no stranger to going fast, Davide Valsecchi of GP2 2012 fame. Great to have you here today, Davide. Are you enjoying yourself here in the beautiful city of Baku?
Absolutely, Alex. Baku is fantastic and so this track. Have a check. The architecture, the narrow street. Easy to see why it's one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar. But Alex, street circuits can be unforgiving. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a safety car or two out during today's race.
Why you gotta go
Here's the
say
grid
that?
for today's race, which will be
Why you gotta go
starting
say that?
shortly. Duchess lines up on pole position.
Davide, what
and
the hell?
Nobuharu Matsushita completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Ilott, Zhou, Mick Schumacher, and Ticktum, Tsunoda, Drogovic, Giotto, Jack Aitken, Schwartzman, Sato, Christian Lundgaard, and Daruvala, Mazepin, Delatraz, Piquet, and Guilherme Samaya. Armstrong, Galeo, Markelot, and Roy Nissany completes the grid.
Why is my teammate
Now it's
21st?
almost
Come
time
on,
to
man.
lights out.
I'm getting
let's
so
go
much
down
out of this
to the
car,
track.
and he's 21st. Like,
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I think I will, Jeff. I've qualified a 2.5 faster than freaking, what do you call it? than Matsushita, so. Wants to go 9 laps on the super softs and then 20 on the softs. And for this one, there we go. Oh no, not 10, but 9 adds a lot. Huh. Okay, interesting. Why would new super softs only go 7 laps? I can't even remember what the tire allocation is for the weekend, because I'm wondering if the surely the sprint race we have to have mediums, right? Surely for the sprint race. Oh, because these are, I don't know. Surely we have another set of mediums for the sprint race. We're not doing the sprint race on softs, super softs, are we? There's no way, right? I guess we'll find out. I mean, I don't really know. I just, I'd be shocked if we did. I mean, we're looking at a sprint race that could require a pit stop. If they're only going to be good for 17 laps, and the sprint race is what, 21? So.
Everything looks good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
I mean, look at the wear already on my super softs. Brake. Thank you. Brake, thank you. Terrible right now. Try not to add that much more wear to my tires. But these things do not last whatsoever. So. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. And he did. That's essentially, the CPU takes the wheel for this part, but we're going to wait for the rest of the grid to form up. I made tea because I have like a lump in my, I feel like a lump in my throat, but it's not a lump, just something in the back of my throat's bothering me. Look, it's only 200 yards, 200 meters down to turn 1, by the way.
On the lights, the start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
I'm ready with the clutch, Jeff. I'm ready with the clutch. So, the rest of the field's coming in now. We're about to get the 5 lights. They are set, holding the clutch. And the clutch is away, and we are away. And we get away okay, but Matsushita gets away better. He's going to look up the inside at turn 1, but we stay ahead. And we are off to the races, my friend. 29 laps around Baku City Street Circuit. Yellow flag at turn 1, as is customary, with the field all bunched up. Cars obviously get a little slow because they don't want to rear end another vehicle. Nobody wants to be given the butt test treatment. It's a very good way to get yourself knocked out of the race. But we are lightning quick. Matsushita really does not have the pace to keep up. I'm already pushing for him to be outside DRS zone. He's going to gain on me all down the straight, it looks like. No, my top speed's just a shade better, but he's already 1.3. DRS isn't even enabled until the next lap. We put a lot of time in Sector 1, really. The back end is a little loose, but it's not... I don't think it's anything we can't manage in Sector 1. Turn 4 is really right here. The only turn is going to be tricky. Turn 8, it's a little tricky, obviously, as well, but we go in turn 8 in a higher gear anyway to get more kind of traction control and more grip. The back end doesn't have as much power going through it when you brake. When you brake down basically in a higher gear. The tires start by spinning very slowly, so you don't have the threat of wheel spin as much. Purple in Sector 1. It's purple in Sector 2. Is it going to be purple in Sector 3? I don't know. They might have the edge on me, but I mean the gap is already 3.1. We are very strong on this circuit, it has to be said. It's purple in Sector 3.
That's the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
DRS is enabled, but we are well outside of it. My lot has had a terrible start, by the way. Remember, he was P3. He is down to 5th. Joe is up 1 position. Mick Schumacher, though, who was 6th, has gained 2. He's up in P4. Keep your eyes on that I-Lot in 5th place. We'll see if Yuki Tsunoda, who started in 7th, is going to start challenging for that top 5 spot. His teammate, Daruvlaha, had qualified P14, so this could be a big race where Carlin dropped points to us in the Constructors. This could be a big difference maker. Still 12 rounds, remember. It make up the F2 season. This is only round 4. I believe we have Spielberg in Austria next. It could also be Silverstone. I'm not 100% certain which one comes in order. But no eyes are worried on round 5 yet. We still got to get through round 4 here. And we are 5 seconds clear of Matsushita in second place, who was trying to break the DRS of Zhou. MP Motorsport would love to have a podium out of this. And Schumacher, meanwhile, Mick Schumacher, has just passed Guan Yu Zhou for P3. So the Uni Virtuosis are back next to each other, but it's P3 and it's P4 and P5 instead of the P3 and P4 that they qualified in. Schumacher's got, Zhou's just reclaimed the position. They keep fighting, and that allows Matsushita to build the gap on them. So Matsushita's 2.1 ahead. He's cleared the DRS of third place. We get a track limit warning. Let's redo that corner because we just took it awfully. Yeah, Zhou fighting with Schumacher, who is now 4/10 back from the Chinese driver. Now, we're 6 clear of Matsushita. We're going to have an absolute blind over race. I can already tell. With this pace, at least. If we can maintain it. Flying high here. Kalamailot, by the way. The fighting between Zhou and Schumacher only brings Kalamailot closer into the equation, of course. Schumacher trying to get better. Eilot's now having to go at his teammate. But Schumacher might have actually gotten the move done now. He is, I think the fighting between Zhou and Eilot has secured P3 for Schumacher. He is 1.4 clear of Zhou in 4th. He's got P3 solidified. He's 2.9 back from Matsushita in the MP Motorsport. And he gets to try and chase him down. I'm surprised we didn't get a track limit warning for that right there. But we got away with it. And we are...
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tire
and I'm
grip
5
now.
laps in. How am I going to lose tire grip? I'm 5 laps in. The right sides are at 35 and 33. These tires just do not last around here.
We're leading our teammate by 20.4 seconds.
Ay, ay, ay. I'm a little Matsushita. I still think we're quicker. I still think that gap is widening. But these tires are going to stop cooperating, basically. We need to get this at least the last to our first pit stop. I believe that's lap 9. Could also be 10. There we go. We're putting time between us and Matsushita. Schumacher's not really chasing him down much.
You'll be on the
He's now 1.9. It was 2.1. So Novahar Matsushita, man, having a breakout performance so far in this race. He's not shown pace to catch us or even pressure us. But I'll tell you what, he's shown pace to really be good value worth his P2. Schumacher putting a little bit of daylight between him and Joe. That gap now 2.4. Joe's still in front of Ilott, and Ilott's still hanging in very close. The question we must ask is, where is Tsunoda through all this? P7 in the qualification. Is he close? Has he moved up to P6? Can't even think about pressuring Ilott P5 right now. Oh, I forgot. I need to put that window up front. There you go. Bam. Nice. Where's our tire wear at? 42 and 44. We're boxing next lap, by the way. It's funny, you can still see Matsushita kind of towards the tail end of the mini-map. We're about a second and a half, remember, quicker on the mediums. as opposed to over 2 on the super softs. You see Matsushita 12.3. We just went purple in the middle sector. Whoa, fuel. Is fuel going to be a factor? Well, first off, damage might be if you keep flipping the wall like that. We should watch our fuel. Really.
Pit window open. Let's box this lap.
Nice. Just watching the fuel. A little bit of the slide on the tires there. As if they're not beat the shit up already, man. They are probably really screaming. Yeah, 50% on the rear right. Fuel actually doesn't look too bad now, all things considered. We got 20 laps left. We're using about probably 0.02, maybe 0.3. If it's 0.03 per lap, we run out of fuel in 10 laps time. If it's 0.02, we run out of fuel 15 laps time. We have 19 laps left. So this pit stop will be crucial in terms of saving fuel.
Exit now.
So we're into the pits. Everybody's passed us. We haven't really saved fuel. You see 0.01 is what we gained.
Up to speed now. Let's get...
Nope, no, I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to hit the pit limiter. So we did not really gain any fuel whatsoever by pitting. Usually that is not the case. Usually you gain a little bit. It's a pit limiter, obviously you don't use a ton of fuel. We are stuck behind PK. Who is on the super soft still. I think they're going to go another lap or two. That's that bump right at the end. And all this does is help Matsushita. come on. Don't go that far away from me. God damn! Alright, we're gaining. I can't bomb him here. But I can stay close. I definitely got him. If he wants to come into the pits, I'm side by side on him. He's not going to be able to. He's going to have DRS on me, though. I was a little too loose to be able to chase down Armstrong on the straight in the same way. Can I bomb him? I don't think I can. I might be able to, actually. Oh, and I just did.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Thanks, Jeff. The question is, when are they pitting? Are they pitting on lap 11? Are they pitting on lap 12? They have to be pitting soon. I wouldn't imagine they stack. Delatraz in front. I made an absolute meal out of that corner. But we're gaining on Delatraz. Oh, man, you can't be doing that. Come the fuck on, man. The moving under braking is what kills me, because there's no way that would even be allowed in league racing. Anything that would be penalized. Oh my God! Look at that run out of that corner. We're right on Mazepin's ass, man. See you later. That's Mazepin overtaken. On track. Teammates in the pits.
Martin is in the pits.
Markelov is going into the pits. Not that it matters, because we totally fuck up the next corner anyway. Let's try it again. Markelov's going into the pits.
in for his stop.
We've passed Samayo on track. Now we're chasing down Lundgaard. We're chasing down drivers on the super soft tires. Can I dive him? I can. I did. Jeff won't give me a vehicle condition update, because he did bump me. Oh, and I've tried to pass him into the castle section. That is unbelievably dangerous. There's no way I should have done that. And somehow I got away with it. There's no way I should have gotten away with that. We got to worry about fuel still. We got so much speed coming out of that corner, even more than usual. And we are just absolutely pouring it on the Sato. They're all pitting. They're coming in for the pit stops. The question is, who will lead the Grand Prix, or who will lead this sprint, this feature race after the pit stops? And it's Schumacher who's come out in second place. Matsushita, who was 3 seconds or about 2.4 ahead, maybe 1.9, has lost that time in the pits. He's now 1.1 seconds back. So he's going to try to recover sometime just so we can get in DRS range. It is possible if he does, might be able to re-overtake Schumacher. But Mick has shown some really good pace. Joe comes out still ahead of his teammate Ilott, so it's still as you were. The only change in the pits for the top 5 was Mick Schumacher. So the only change in the pits was Mick Schumacher coming out ahead of Nobuharu Matsushita, who looks to have had a nightmare stop. Now he's 4.1 ahead of Zhou. He cannot let Zhou reel him in, and he has to try and find a little bit of pace to get back at Schumacher. But we are 16.4 ahead of the son of former Formula One world champion. And this race is really ours for the taking. Purple in sector 1, purple in sector 2, green in sector 3. It's a new fastest lap in the race. It's a 156.3 on mediums, mind you. I'm surprised the overtake on Drogovic into the castle, into turn 8, didn't prompt the safety car. I'm surprised we both made through it cleanly, really. Let's look at the race director. Did he need to pit for a new front wing? Yeah, we took his front wing off. So Jarubla had to pit for a front wing after that maneuver we did. We did not get a warning for it. And Jarubla got an extra pit stop out of it. Green through sector 2.
You're leading the pack. P1. Schumacher is behind you. Our gap behind is 18.0
right.
seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 16 laps to go.
And now 15 as we cross the line. 155.5. That is a brand new fastest lap of the race. The question is fuel going to come into it? It might.
Gap to teammate behind is 39.4 seconds.
might be quick around this circuit, but it might be at the cost of burning too much fuel. We have to be very, very, very careful. Let's see where we're at when we cross the line this lap and next. We might be at 0.19 here. Okay, so we're at 0.22, right, when we cross the line. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that, really. Because if we're at 0.22, we lose 0.02 laps of fuel, or extra laps of fuel, I should say, per lap. That gives us 11 laps, and we would be about 3 laps shy. I ran a little wide there. I almost ran wide there too. Baku really is a track of inches, really. We're going to be at plus 19. Wow. So we lost 0.03 laps of fuel in the last lap. So at this rate, we'll be out of fuel in 6 laps.
You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up.
Which means we're really going to have to bring in the fuel saving measures. We're going to have to coast more. We're going to have to let the car decelerate naturally a lot more. And even then, I don't think the measures are going to be enough. We are in trouble. We are in some serious trouble, I think. Now for this lap, we might break even here. Actually, for that last lap, we we might have broken it. He's caught us though. Schumacher has caught us, so we're about to do a 157, I think. 158.
Schumacher behind.
Oh fuck! I missed the braking zone. I hit the wall.
Schumacher is behind you. The gap behind us is 23.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 58.0.
So they gained a 10th, which is fine. I think it's fine. We're trying to stretch the fuel out. Oh my God. It'd be amazing if we can actually increase the gap while saving fuel. Just kind of goes to show you just how quick we actually are around this track. We are probably going to gain 0.01. Question is, we didn't gain anything actually. But, oh no, there it is. We gained it, but
You are in first position, front of the pack. Schumacher behind. Okay, the gap behind is 23.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. The time last lap was a 1.
so they did a 157.9.
Okay, that last lap was a 1 minute 57.2.
So we were 7/10 quicker and we saved fuel.
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
And that's all lap traffic going down Sector 3 right now. That's insane. I think we're almost at the area where we can push too. Or we can go back to pushing. We still need more fuel. There we go. So we're not challenging for the fastest time anymore. But it doesn't matter because we're in fuel conservation mode. And we really needed to be, otherwise we would have run out of petrol here. But I think we're going to be okay. I think we can save fuel and still put between us and Schumacher, which I think is amazing that we can even do that. We are strong around Baku. We got another sprint race, by the way, coming up immediately after this one, and that sprint race is also in dry conditions. It'll be reverse grid. So should we go on to win this race, we will be starting in P8. Nice. Whoa. Too much curving, got real loose there. We're gonna go down to probably 0.19 here. But bam, bam, we're back in the 0.2. So fuel conservation is working. Another 157.2. And the car feels great, I gotta say. This race is ours for the taking, and with Darula and Sonoda both not in the top 5, we could take a very, I want to say commanding lead, but we can certainly widen the gap significantly. You know, there's still tons of racing left in this F2 calendar. We still have, you know, another 9 rounds. What is it, 9 rounds? 8 rounds. We still have another 8 rounds of racing still to go. So really all to play for, but we would, I mean, we're looking at potentially a 20-plus point lead now. We got the 4 points for pole. That was nice.
You're leading the pack. P1 Schumacher is behind you. Our gap behind is 25.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 9 laps to go.
9 laps turns into 8. And that means it's time to start pushing again. We saved enough fuel. We can really push. Which means we'll see if we're gonna lap anybody. It's purple through the first sector. Nice. That's exactly what you want to see when you're pushing, really. I was right on the limit there. I actually think we need to fuel save one more lap, but we'll see. We may not need to. We'll see. But when we get close to the end, we'll see. I'll put it that way. When we get closer to the end, I don't want to ruin a potentially purple lap here. with my sudden realization that at the rate we're burning fuel, we will have 6 extra laps left, or we have 6 laps of fuel left, really, at the rate we're burning it. And there are 7 laps to go. Green in the final sector, it's a 155.3. It still is a purple lap. Sorry, I was loud. And the only reason I say maybe is because we might not actually be burning 0.03. We might be burning like 0.025. But obviously the game only shows me to the 100th. All over the shop on that one. Nice. And now we run down the straight. Woo! Stay out of the wall. So yeah, 6 to go, so we'll need 0.018. I think we're going to get that by the time we get to the end of the straight. It's potential. Certainly in the braking zone. Yeah, there it is. So we're right about there for fuel.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
That's actually the fastest lap of the race despite a red sector 1 and 2. It's a 155.1. Nothing changing in terms of standings for the top 5. Matsushita's puts distance between him and Joe, but Schumacher has put distance between him and Matsushita. Of course, Joe and Eilert are still neck and neck.
Tire condition is still looking good.
That's finally decided to start working again. Purple first sector. I clanged into the wall. I took way too much inner curve. Drogovic is out. Wow, the Carling, one of the Carlings, is out of this race, meaning it is only Yuki Tsunoda for the Carling who can score points. Drogovic, you remember, had to replace his wing after we overtook him going into turn 8. But he is out.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Fastest lap of the race, 155.0. We keep getting quicker. We got 5 laps to go. Not bad. As hope everybody had a good day, actually. Put it that way. I had a great day. Work was kind of boring, but I don't really manage a team, it tends to be that way. At least now I don't manage a team anymore. And the stock market did well today. For me, it didn't, like in general, no, it was a sell-off day, but I had 2 stocks basically just completely carry the entire rest of the portfolio, which I am not going to turn down. Purple in the second sector. What can we do on the straight? We're at .12. 0.13, so we just have 4 laps of fuel on board, I think, really. And we got 4 laps remaining. Love this track. It's pretty nice for a street circuit. Not a huge fan of a lot of street circuits. Actually, am a huge fan of most street circuits. Even Singapore. Like, I like the track, but I'm just absolute booty cheeks at it because it's so technical. Same with Monaco. As if the last driver career mode race didn't prove how absolute booty cheeks I am at Monaco. Let's be real.
No tight concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
We're going to be down like point. Nice. .11 at the end of this lap. Yeah, there's .11. 3 laps to go. Let's push. We haven't lapped anybody. Surprisingly, I would have thought we would have. Now, Baku is a long track. I mean, you see my best time's 1:55. So, yeah, it is kind of a long circuit, but I'm 50 seconds up on the 5th place car. I would have thought certainly some back markers are near me. In fact, that's Mick just going down sector 2 right now. Or sector 3 straight. Here's the rest of the cars. So some of them are in the castle section, but not a lot of them. Most of them have just gone onto the straight part of the track. So most of them are pretty compact to each other. See, there they are going down sector 1 now. The last part of sector was really the start of sector 2, so. They're probably all 40 seconds up the road. We went purple in Sector 2. We put in a 155.025. Can we break into the 154s with one of our last 2 laps of the race? Oh man. Reflex kicking my ass tonight. That's Schumacher. That's literally the entire rest of the field. A lot of sliding from these tires. So yeah. Probably could have pushed for another lap or 2. But we did have to fuel save. We fuel saved for 4 laps, and it was absolutely necessary to do that at some point in time. Otherwise, we would have run out of fuel. Okay, the lightest the car will ever be. The final lap of the race.
This is your final lap of the race.
Can we break the 154s? On the last lap of the race. Schumacher 40 seconds back, despite having pitted the same number of times that we have. Oh, we scraped the wall. Purple, Sector 1. That wasn't too bad, actually. That was pretty good. Ultimate focus. That was pretty good as well. I'm thinking we could be purple here in Sector 2. We are. I've kind of fucked that up though. Much better. And that is going to be the feature race in Baku done and dusted. We're coming home to take the checkered flag.
Jeff, I want a pizza, Jeff.
I want my pizza, Jeff.
Great job. You've done everything we wanted today.
We have pace around Baku. Like, I didn't really have this pace in Spain. We kind of struggled in Spain. We definitely struggled in the wet Monaco. We did not have anywhere close to this pace in the wet Monaco.
Today, but a very important win,
But wow,
nonetheless.
what pace we have in the dry
Tell me, Davide, what was
in
the key
Baku.
to this success?
Thank you, Davide. Brilliant
Here come
analysis,
our winning
Davide.
drivers then out onto the podium at the end of a thrilling race.
What would we do
The
without you,
drama and
Davide?
excitement are over, and it's time to let it all sink in.
I mean, look, fair play to
Congratulations
Matsushita,
to our
who
top
got a
three
podium,
today.
right? I got to throw T now. This should help. But fair play to Matsushita, right? Gets a third place. MP Motorsport got to be thrilled, man. Feature race done. Baku, first place. More towards the podium path.
After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Duchess increases their championship lead. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day is Mick
Schumacher. Yeah,
With this
fair
team,
enough, man.
Prima Power Team, they made the difference on the race strategy. Fantastic.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams Championship. There was also a strong showing from the MP Motorsport team today as they make their way up the standings.
That podium
After all this drama,
lifts
you'd
them.
be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Basically, that lifts them from, I believe they were 10th up into 7th. Well, let's go over it, right? Drogovic for MP Motorsports. I'm sorry, he was MP Motorsports. He was the only DNF. Daruvla has started to catch up to the field at the end. He was 3/10 behind Galil, but he couldn't get past. He finishes 21st. No points for the second Carlin car after the damaged wing. The Dams of Galil finishes 20th. Nasani 19th. Our teammate Markelov goes up 3 positions, but he finishes outside the points in 18th yet again. Charuz's PK finishes 17th. Samaya up 2 to 18th for Campos. Lundgaard had a good qualifying into 13th, his best of the season so far, but it's not good enough to convert into anything in the race. He drops 2 to 15th. Marcus Armstrong had a terrible qualifying, considering he is in the top 5 in the championship, or at least was. He qualified 19th. He finished up 5 positions at 14th, but not enough for points, and he's also going to start there for the sprint race. Delatraz finishes up 3 in 13th. Mazepin up 3 for 12th. In the high tech. Sato finishes in 11th. Jack Aiken gets into the points for Campos Racing. He's going to get 1 point in 10th. Schwartzman for Prima up 2 to finish with 2 points. Dan Ticknam down 2 to finish in 8th. Giotto for high tech finishes in 7th. Sonoda in the Carlin only improves 1 position to get 8 points. That's all Carlin would get in this feature race. Colin Milat finishes down 2 into 5th for 10 points. Schwo remains in 4th for 12. Matsushita gets the first podium of the season for MP Motorsport. Despite it being down a position in 3rd place, he gets 15. Mick Schumacher comes in 2nd for 18. And we win and set the fastest lap for 27. So we gain 19 points over Carlin in the teams. But first, let's go over to the drivers. Galil is at the bottom on 22 now. Nasani is on 21. Our teammate Markelov drops yet again down to 20th position. Lundgaard is down 1 into 19th. Mazepin up to 18th. PK is 17th. Samaya is 16th. Sato moves up into 15th. He's now the highest ranked driver without a point this season. Drogovic is in 14th on 4. Delatraz on 10 and 13th. He's down a position. Jack Aiken in 5th on 15 points in 12. In 11th is Giotto for high tech. He drops quite a few positions. He's only got 18 points. Matsushita's podium puts him on 21. He leapfrogs quite a few drivers up into 10th position. Schwartzman for Prima drops down to 10th. He's on 21 points. Schwartzman for Prima drops 1 position down into 9th. Zhou is going to be tight on points with him for in 8th on countback on 30 points. His teammate in the Univirtuosi, Kalamailat, is up into 7th with 37. Then it's Mick Schumacher on 44. Good points for him. He moves 2 behind Dan Ticktum in 5th. In the Dams, Marcus Armstrong is in 4th on countback because of his 46 points. His 2nd place finish there. Ticktum's best finish this season is a 3rd. Daruvla doesn't score points, but he still maintains 3rd place, 55 points. But he sees the gap increase between him and his teammate Yuki Tsunoda, who is in 2nd on 81, who only scored 6 points, or beg your pardon, he scored 8 points, so we gained 19 points on him. We are up in 1st place, 90 points ahead, so we're looking very clear in the drivers. But the constructors, what we want to win here in F2. Trident, the only team not to score points, they remain in 11th. Charuz drops down to 10th with the podium from NP. Same with Campos, who are in 9th. High Tech remain in 18th. MP leapfrog from 10th up to 7th. on 25 points. Dams remains on 46, but ART, because of Armstrong's second place, will be ahead of them, even though they are tied on points via countback. Univirtuosis, though, 4th and 5th place finishes for Ilot and Joe will jump them into 4th on 67. Primo on 74 still. Carlin are now 35 points back, though, from the lead that we now have. It's time for the sprint race. Dun, 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 dun. So sprint race time. 21 laps. Probably another 40 minutes. Oh, God, that tea. Much needed. And I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick 3-minute break. And then we will be right back with the sprint race. You don't want to miss that. Sprint race coming up in just about 3 minutes' time.
I owe allegiance to no entity. I intend to live by my own code now.
Okay, we're back. Shumi. Shumi with the raid. Shumi with the raid. I'm so fucking late, bro. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. I had to use the restroom. I got sidetracked. Hello. Shumi with the raid. It's great to see y'all. We are in Baku for our wonderful. By the way, have a great night, Shumi. Love you to death. We are in Baku for the sprint race. We just finished the feature race. We had a lot of pace around Baku. It has to be said.
Welcome back.
So much so
the
that we
final
actually had to
event
go
of the
into like
weekend,
fuel
the sprint
conservation
race.
mode
Here, the
for
top eight from
for about
yesterday's
4 of the
feature race are
laps.
reversed to make up the
And
grid below us. And in just
we
a few
eventually brought it
minutes,
home.
those drivers will be
It's
hurtling down
the quickest
into
track
turn one.
that we are at all F2 season. We really didn't have pace Monaco in the wet, but we managed to bring it home on the last lap when the track dried out.
Is there anything
And
looking
we had
for
pace in
today's race?
Bahrain,
The teams are all
but
very
Sonoda
competitive at the
really
moment.
put a lot of
So are
pressure
we
on us,
about to
especially in
witness a push
Spain as
from
well.
anyone in particular?
He is our championship rival right now. We're 90 points ahead of him, but we're trying to win the constructors, and we're only 35 ahead in the constructors. So sprint race, reverse grid. The top 8 from the feature race are reversed in order, and that makes up the grid for the sprint race. It's only 21 laps. It's estimated to be about 39 minutes, as you can see. And they give you one set of mediums. You got to do the whole entire race on it. So we are basically going in with the understanding that, well, this one set of tires is going to be it. Formation lap. First, we are going to start P8. Schumacher ahead of us. He was in second place in the feature race. Nobuharu Matsushita will start 6th. He got his first podium of the season.
Go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the
And,
brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Yeah, he got his first podium of the season in the feature race. This is round 4, by the way, of the Formula 2 Championship. 12 rounds. Next race, I believe, is at Spielberg in Austria. Let's get some heat into these tires.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the
That
time
is
being.
correct. No rain is expected. We had a wet qualifying towards the end of the session, actually. The first 20 minutes of the qualifying session were dry. The final 10 saw some rain. And that really mixed up the grid, actually, for the feature race. I mean, our championship rival Yuki Tsunoda can only finish 7th. 3rd place in the championship, Drogovic, actually had a terrible race. And, I'm sorry, not Drogovic, Daruvlaha. Jihan Daruvlaha actually had a terrible race. He qualified P14, and then he lost his front wing going into turn 8. And, which is, you'll see turn 8 coming up here, by the way. It is a bit of a tricky turn. It is a very tricky turn. This is it right here. Very narrow. You have to kind of take it in 3rd gear because the car is going to be very loose on the rear end going up the hill, trying to make that left-hand turn. So you keep it upshifted a gear. You definitely can't overtake anybody into turn 8 either. Although we did last race, but let's completely ignore that fact. we did actually get an overtake done going down into turn 8. It was kind of astonishing, actually. And so yeah, Jaruvlaha finished, I think, 21st, so that's where he starts. So the Carlin cars are not on track to have a great weekend in terms of points. They only have 8. We have 31 because we qualified on pole for the feature race. That was worth 4 points, and we won the feature race with the fastest lap. That was worth 27. Of course, the win worth 25, and the fastest lap worth 2. So Carlin have lost quite a few points to us in the championship, but the grid's forming up. No pit stops in the sprint race. My special skill, raid when streamers AFK. Fucking Chewy. I love it. It's all good. I'd use the restroom really bad, and well, you can't rush Mother Nature, okay? Let's just put it that way. But
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
We're going to get the 5 lights soon. Rest of the grid's forming up. You can just see the cars in the very, very back moving a little bit. They're just getting into their final positions. There's the 5 lights. And we're away. It's a very good start. Oh my goodness. We have just overtaken Schumacher on the start. Absolutely no contest from him. Diving. All right, we're going to have to restart. It wasn't that great a start if that's, and that's the way it went. It was a good enough start that we got past Schumacher. We'll put it that way. Ooh, we got to make sure we do not clip anybody's rear end here. We do not want damage to the front wings, and they are only carbon fiber. Matsushita's going to lock up going into turn 2. We need him to kind of filter out from the side-by-side, then we can try to pick him off. We have 21 laps to do it, so we're not necessarily worried. We do have to worry about fuel, I think, a little bit here, because we kind of burnt through a hell of a lot of it in the feature race. And so we know we have the pace, right? We just don't want to burn through all the fuel and end up out of fuel. Zhou and Matsushita are still side by side, and he brake checked the shit out of us. I'm not gonna lie, but we're still only up a position. DRS comes in on lap 3. We're gonna have to start thinking now that Zhou has solidified the position, how we want to pick off these drivers. We know we have the pace. We just need to, first off, not slide the tires like we did there. But also how we want to get them. Usually this front straight, especially when DRS is enabled, it's pretty hard to defend. It's so long. And in Formula 2, you do not have the energy recovery system that Formula 1 has. So you do not have a battery that can give you the 70 horsepower boost that you're looking for to defend against a move down the straight. So we're right on the back of Matsushita's gearbox here. And we're going to use the slipstream. And we're going to go on the outside. He can't really defend the move. And we should be able to get this to stick. And he is past us. We have made the move into P6. So Matsushita passed. And now we can work on Guan Yu Zhou. Down the inside. Can we get him? Ooh, he's just gonna get us back. Very dangerous to stick the nose on the inside there, but we tried to make it work. Can we get him again? Going down into turn 3 is the question. Oh, I tell you what, he moved a bit under braking, and we had to be careful because Matsushita's just as hungry to get the position back. So he kind of cut us off that corner there with a very late move. So nothing much I could have really done there, but pull out of the attempt, and we slid the tires there. So that is going to lose us time. You can see up the top left the deltas. He's 8/10 up the road. If we stay within a second for the next lap, we get the DRS. It is going to be enabled next lap. Up through the castle section. Ooh, a little bit of a brake check there. It looks like I can't really tell who's in the lead. I know Ilot is in 4th. We completely fucked that up. We get a warning. There's a caution. It is a safety car.
Slow your pace immediately.
Virtual safety car. There is a virtual safety car on the track, which means we are limited to the pace that we can do. Guan Yu Zhou, we kind of fucked him up a bit, I'm not gonna lie. There is no overtaking under the virtual safety car either. You cannot pass another car in yellow flag conditions. And yet,
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
and boom, there we go. We're back to racing. Virtual safety car is over, and also On top of that, DRS is enabled, so we kind of fucked up Juan Yuzhou there a little bit, and that's my bad.
No issues with tyre wear for now.
We got lucky that the
Taking
side
care of
pods
them.
didn't take damage, and neither did the floor. We kind of got very lucky, but Zhou is in all sorts of trouble. It's moved Aiken up into 7th. It's moved Matushita up into 6th. But we are also outside of DRS range of Kalamailat. And Darulaha is out of the session. So Darulaha, he DNF'd in the feature race. He DNFs here in the sprint race. It's a tough weekend for Jihan Darulaha. Oh, I'm sorry, he didn't DNF in the feature race. He clips his wing in the feature race. He finishes P21 out of the 22 cars on the field. And he comes in and finishes, or he's not going to finish the sprint race. So Carlin struggling because they have Darulaha, who's not going to pick up any points this weekend. We go purple, sector 2, by the way. Although fastest lap for this lap is going to be a bit skewed because of the virtual safety car in the opening, really, sector of the lap. And this should be the fastest lap of the race, maybe. Yeah, so 128.1.
That was the
Oh, I've
fastest
missed
lap of the race so far.
I almost missed the braking zone. I just caught it at the very end. We're looking okay on fuel. Probably because of the VSC and all. And in all honesty, we're probably going to be fine because of the virtual safety car we got. We're also reeling in Kalamailat. He is only 1.1 up the road. He was 2 at the end of the virtual safety car. And we've put some distance again between us and Matsushita, just like in the feature race. Mick Schumacher with the fastest lap of the race. He's behind us, mind you. He's had a terrible start if he's that far back, because he definitely stalled off the line, and we blew by him. We are now chasing down the Uni Virtuosi of Kalamailat. I don't think we're gonna have to brake early here, because I don't want to dive bomb him into the esports corner. We're right on the gearbox. We have to be careful of this left-hander here. They tend to lose a little bit of speed here. But then again, so did I running that wide. We're going to get DRS, though. He might also get DRS. And, I mean, he's got it just by maybe 3/1000ths of a second. But we are approaching. You can see, here we go. He's not got DRS. We're going to move to the inside here, under the braking zone. And that is P4.
Nice work. That brings you up a place.
Now, Tictum for a spot on the podium. Our championship rival, Sonoda, sitting in 2nd place as well. We've got DRS, but it's a bit of a train in front of us, so we're not really going to gain that much time. Lucas Giotto is in 1st place. The Italian, having a decent season, didn't have a great feature race. But he's put in quite a few top 5s, however. He's had a DNF, and his non-points finish in the feature race here at Baku has meant that he has slipped to 10th in the championship. I gotta pull out of that. I can't, I had to pull out of that. There's no way I could commit to that. And you can't try anything here. This is turn 8 for obvious reasons. As we run down to the esports corner. don't think I'm going to get him here. I'm probably going to have to use the DRS zone. If I can stay on his tail here. He is 4/10 ahead. Much better kick out from us that corner though. We're actually going to get him before the DRS zone, but he's going to get the detection. So this green dot on the mini-map is the detection zone. He's going to be within a second. He's going to get DRS. Sonoda's only a half second up the road, so we've got DRS on Sonoda, and it's a run down to the line essentially. Sonoda, I don't think we will have the pace to overtake him.
Need to last till the end of the race.
So 156 now, the fastest lap of the race. We are right on Sonoda's tail here. We go for the move.
Our gap on the car behind by around a second.
He's still on the outside, but we've made the move stick, and now we can go for the race lead. Lucas Giotto, all that stands between us and the race lead. Can't. The next DRS zone's not till the end of the lap. Ooh, he's just kind of. Turn 4 is just very difficult. You're not really going to overtake anybody going into turn 4. It's just too tight. The car spins a bit. That back end was really loose. And I lost quite a bit of time to that. He's pulling away. He's 6/10 now. That's turn 7. Down to the start of the castle section here in turn 8. Definitely don't want to be putting a foot wrong there, that's for sure. Now to run down to the esports corner again, down the hill. I have almost put a full second between me and Sonoda, which would break his DRS. That would leave him kind of really there for the taking for Dan Ticktum. Giotto got a better run. But we are on his case. He's not going to have DRS. We are. We move to the inside. There's the zone. See you later. And that is P1. We'll have to defend going down into turn 3 though. This is the detection zone right here in front of turn 2. Ooh, those tires slid as well. He's right on my ass actually. Oh, is he gonna go for the inside? I don't know. Oh, he's hit me. He's hit me. He's hit me. He's hit me. I've overrun. Safety car's been deployed. I've got to rewind because I completely missed the brake zone. Woo. We're still resuming racing. I don't know if are we going to get a safety car now?
There's been an incident on track, but officials are
yes,
looking
we
to
are
push
getting
for
a safety car
right now.
Safety car deployed. Safety car is out.
Okay, watch your pace. We've been informed that the safety car
Lucas Giotto is out of the second, or out of the session. He kind of broke his tire on our, first off, he slammed into our rear. So we've just been a car magnet this pretty much entire time here in Baku. We took Daruvla's we took Daruvla's wing off in the feature race. He wound up finishing P21. I mean, we had the inside line. We had the right to the inside line. We had the right to the corner because we were actually ahead of him by the time that happened. But he still tried to turn in on us, so and now we have a safety car. It's a full safety car this time. It is not a virtual, it is a full safety car. Our car looks okay. We are to catch the safety car. Lap 8. Does anyone even... This is a really good time as Lucas Giotto's out of the session. Oh, he's been disqualified. Okay, I don't know how. He's got terminal damage. Teammates in the pits.
Martin is in the pits. Martin in the pits. We're
And we
coming
have
up to the
catched
safety
this-
car
we have
now.
caught the
Do
safety
not
car.
pass it. You are the leader. Follow the safety car.
So safety car is out. The entire field will queue up behind us. And we've got to make sure that there is temperature that stays in these tires, because this safety car is not going to be fast enough to keep the tire temps up. So we got to do a bit of weaving, a bit of swerving. You can go up the hill in second when you're behind the safety car. That's not an issue. The car's not going to slide on you. You see the temperatures on the bottom right. The temperature with the dot, like it says on the top left, 80 degrees. That's the carcass temperature, the inside part of the tire. The next temperature down without the dot in the center is the surface temperature of the tire. And the one below it that says 600 degrees Celsius that would melt you if you touched it is the brake. So we want to keep the tires pretty much above like a 75. See the brakes getting cold. They're very easy to heat. Still waiting on the rest of the field to join. Doesn't look like we have everybody, but we have most of the field. Full safety car. We haven't had this since Bahrain in the first round of the championship. We're waiting on if the if it's going to come in this lap, I should say. This will definitely mean we have enough fuel to the end. That's for sure. We're already at 1.03 laps. We were burning it at like 0.03 a lap. So at this rate, we have enough for 30, really like 33, 34 laps. There's only 13 remaining. Still just trying to keep the tires warm. I'd imagine the safety car is coming in this lap. The lights should go off on the safety car when we cross the line for Sector 3 to start. You'll see that Sector 3 appear on the minimap very shortly. There's that line right there on the track. The debris seems to be cleared. And no, we look to be going another lap under the safety car. So we're not going to resume racing until lap 11. And it's only going to leave 11 laps to go in this race. So we're going to do one more lap under the safety car. And then we are going to go back racing. Okay, there we go. The last of the cars are coming through now, joining the rest of the pack. So we were waiting on 1 or 2 more cars to join the rest of the pack. Keep the tires warm. And boom. We should be back to... Oh man, there's still people joining. Wow. I think we got everybody in the queue now, though. This is a sprint race round Baku. I think the next race is I think it's Spielberg in Austria. It might be Silverstone in Britain, but I'm pretty sure it's Austria first and then Britain. Of course, we still have to do Spa. We still have to do Monza, 2 legendary tracks as well, along with Silverstone in Britain. Now the light should go off on the safety car, 100%. Yep, there it is. Lights off, safety car in this lap. We set the pace.
Safety car is in this lap, safety car in this lap. You will be controlling the pace on the restart. Keep it steady until the safety car has reached the pit lane.
So we cannot pass the safety car until the safety car is in the pit lane. We get to set the pace. And we're going. We're going. Green flag. Back out. We're racing here. And we got 11 laps to go. It's Yuki Tsunoda in second now. Our championship rival, Dan Ticktum, is looking for his second podium of the season. He's in third. Callum Ilott is looking for his second podium of the season. He's in fourth as well. Nobuharu Matsushita, after a brilliant third place, his first podium of the season in the feature race, picking up a bucket full of points for MP Motorsport, who had just managed, really, what was it, 10 maybe? Through the first 3 rounds / 6 races of the F2 Championship. He came home and picked up 15 for his team in the feature race. That's how they run 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are obviously in the lead and trying to get through 10 or 11 more laps around this dangerous castle section. Tsunoda 1.3 back. He has got pace, man. Tsunoda's been unleashed. He was stuck in traffic because of a terrible qualifying session. I say terrible. He qualified P7, really, but uncharacteristic qualifying session from Yuki Tsunoda, who has been up in the top 3, really. I think he's podiumed every race, and the feature race was the first time he did. Now, DRS is currently disabled, but it should be getting enabled, I believe, in another lap's time. So we need to keep a second between us and Tsunoda, and that gap is now widening. It'll be 2 when we get down to the braking point. 1:56.3 is the fastest lap of the race.
11.2 seconds.
Had to tap the brake one more time to get that nose to actually send into the corner. Tire wear's looking okay. 3 laps under the safety car certainly helped. but we're back to racing, and we need to continue to show the pace that we had in the feature race here in the sprint to stay ahead of Sonoda. You can see he's already built his gap as well, almost to a full second. I've completely missed the turning point for that corner. He's at 2.2 now, Castle. Ooh. Now down the hill. This is where we seem to pick up time. This is the straight. But if you don't nail the straight, you will lose a lot of time because that straight is very long. And you'll lose time all the way down it, obviously. Purple in sector 2. And away we go now. Down the front straight. 9 to go this time round. There's a 155.8.
Fastest lap of the race.
DRS is now enabled. Sonoda doesn't have it on us. And Tictum is about to lose it on Sonoda. Kalamaila, though, close enough to use it on Tictum for third. And Matsushita's training right behind him, so. Only the top 8 will secure points in the sprint race. Top 10 in the feature race, just like it mirrors Formula 1 in the feature race, except you get 2 points for the fastest lap and not 1. And in the sprint race, only the top 8 will secure points, so. Ah, come on, I just brushed the wall there. I mean, brushed it barely. Not a great second sector. That was really slow actually through there. But okay. I have blown a wheel into a wall there in a multiplayer race before. Especially when you lock up, man. If you lock up going down an esports corner, it's over. There's an access road to the right, but you have to turn right to get into that access road. It's not just like a runoff area, and it's very easy to just pretty much doom yourself into plunking out a tire on the esports corner. Purple in sector 1, purple in sector 2, probably not purple sector 3. It could still be a fastest lap, and it is. It's a 155.5.
Keep this up. Okay, you're creating some breathing space between you and the car behind by a few seconds per lap.
Definitely are, Jeff. Let's get a full race update.
You are in first position, front of the pack. Sonoda is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 5.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 8 laps to go. Sonoda behind. The gap behind
Let's see
us
what his lap
is
time last lap was.
7 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. The time last lap was a
1:57.5, and we did a 55.5. So we literally put 2 seconds between us and Sonoda. We haven't been that quick over Sonoda all championship long. It's literally been like 4/10 here. He was really quicker than us in Monaco in the wet, but like I said, that track kind of tried with, what was it, like 10 laps to go, maybe 8 laps to go. And we weren't running in a bad spot, so we were able to come in for slicks and just burst down the rest of the field. That race actually ended on time, And on the last lap of the race, I overtook for first place to win the sprint race. That was really an amazing overtake. We denied Marcus Armstrong a win in Formula 2 in Sector 2 on the very last lap of that race. That was certainly heartbreaking for him, but a huge moment for us. And now we're looking like a double race winner here in Baku if we can bring this car home. 6 to go.
Good job.
Another fastest lap.
of the
We've
race
missed the
so far.
braking zone a little bit here, but we still make it. We don't necessarily hit the apex, but we still make the turn. No stream tomorrow night. There's a stream Thursday. We're going back to NASCAR Heat 4 on Thursday. Truck Series race. And then we'll be back. No stream Friday, and then we'll be back on Saturday with a bit of Wolves Angels FC. My team career. We finished 13th in Bahrain there, 13th in Spain. But we could only muster a P17. I'm sorry, 13th in Bahrain, 13th in Portugal, but we could only muster a P17 in Spain as the Williams kind of overtook us on the power index in that. And we will be looking to get some upgrades onto the car. It's Monaco though. And that is always a very, very difficult track. Monaco is just completely unforgiving. We're also going to be recording on Saturday, hopefully, our two-player career mode with AOR European Formula One race winner from Austria, FVR Darn, the wonderful Frenchman. And that'll be up on the YouTube. Definitely want to check that out. All these VODs, by the way, are going up on the YouTube as well. So if you missed anything and you want to catch up at all, what we talk about a lot, by the way. You can always catch them on the YouTube.
Great work.
We
That's a new
uploaded
fastest lap of the
Sunday
race.
night's VODs, and we uploaded. We uploaded Sunday morning's VODs, or VOD, I should say, and we uploaded the two-player career mode with Darn, the Bahrain race, which was actually really difficult from my end. I didn't really do too well in that one. Like, I think I clipped Schumacher's rear end. I lost my front wing, and I basically was doing a recovery drives from then. Teammates in the pits. This is his second pit stop. Artem is. I think Artem should probably retire at this rate because. Sprint race, you're not really expected to make any pit stops, and he's now made 2. So, it's not really great from our teammate who is on course not to score any points yet again. 8 races so far, 4 rounds, no points from Artem. But we'll still lead the constructors after this race if we can bring it home. Anyway. That is a 12-second gap back to Sonoda, so the pace is starting to take over. Our tire wear is looking great. I mean, it's only. Whoop! I just brushed the wall there. Looking at the damn tires. But 32% for the front right, 31 for the rear right. It's fine. We only got 5 to go. I'm going to savor this because I don't think I'm going to have this kind of pace. As Drogovic now double DNFs. He DNF'd in the feature race, and now he's DNF'd in the sprint race. So tough weekend for him. It's a shame that I mean, it's just a shame when you don't finish a race. It's just very, very frustrating and saddening, and I can't keep it out of the wall going in the chicane, or coming out of the chicane at least. It's very easy to slide the tires like that, and then you're way wide for that second part of the chicane. But yeah, this is our quest to get to Formula One. We're not part of a driver academy. You can pick an academy that you start in. Whether you want to start with the Mercedes Academy, and that could lead you potentially to Aston Martin, Williams, or Mercedes. Whether you want to start in the Ferrari Academy, which could lead you to Haas, Alfa Romeo, or Ferrari. Whether you want to start in the Red Bull Academy, which could lead you to AlphaTauri or Red Bull. Whether you want to start in the Renault Academy, which could lead you to Alpine. Or whether you want to start in the McLaren Academy, which leads you obviously to McLaren. We selected no academy. So if and when the contract offers come in, it'll be interesting to see, because you gotta imagine with us leading the F, I almost called it FP2 because it used to be called GP2, and now it's called F2. Almost got it all mixed up there, but with us essentially leading the F2 championship, and by a good margin after this race. If we're going to get any offers towards the second part of the season, we're getting into the middle third. The middle third will start next race, really. Probably be third of the way done the season, the F2 season at least, for the driver career after this race. And then we obviously have our My Team career, which we started in Formula One. I mean, you can only start in Formula One when you create your own team. We actually have Colin Milot signed. No, we have Jack Aiken, I believe. No, I believe we have Colin Milot, actually. Colin Milot signed to the team. Oh, way too much curve there. But we got away with it. And he's struggling. He finished P20th. I think he's 20th in the championship as well. We are now, I believe, 15th in the championship after this Spain race. But I think Monaco is just going to be as difficult, really, because I don't think we have enough upgrades coming into the car until the race after Monaco, which is Baku, oddly enough. So before you know it, we'll be back on over here. We'll be back here racing at Baku in the My Team career. 3 laps left. Car feels really good around here. Even a little loose, because we do have a few corners where sometimes we kind of have to snatch the rear end of it back. And you know that going into the chicane, the car does like to slide. We've seen it already in the previous lap, so we kind of nailed that one that time, though. We're going to get a track limit warning. You get 3 of them. Well, you get 2 of them, and then on your third one, you're penalized with a 3-second time penalty. But it's only our first of the race, so no harm, no foul, really, because there's only 3 laps left. We nail that one, and now the final traditional corner of the lap. Oh, there's a second one. All right, so we just gotta be a little bit more careful. But coming up to 2 to go here. Boom. It's a 54.3. I don't know actually. I tried to do a 54 in the feature race, and I actually don't know if I did or not because I can't remember what my last lap time was. It was very close. I know that. But boom, we hit a 54. 54.3. That's pretty good.
Sonoda is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 19.1 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 19 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 56.8.
So 56.8, and we just did a 54.3. So 2.5 seconds quicker than our championship rival. Around the streets of Baku. Ooh, almost clipped the castle section wall there. Don't want to bin it now. Definitely don't want to bin it now. We got very lucky there. That should have been our third track extension warning and a penalty, but we got very, very lucky there. Final lap of the sprint race, final lap of the stream here tonight. I ran it a little bit later than I wanted to. It'll be probably about 20 minutes, I should say, later than I wanted to, but it's no harm, no foul. Final lap of the race. Oh, it feels good, man. Baku is a track I really enjoy, despite the fact that I do have some difficulty in it, especially in the online races. I won this race in the league, but I kind of really almost binned it. I spun it around once in that race I won, and that was kind of the danger, really, because I spun it around right there too at the chicane, and I almost put it in the wall. But I managed to bring it home in first in the online race, managed to do it in this feature race, and we are about to do it in the sprint race as well. Final sector coming up of the sprint race. Just ahead of this final turn, traditional turn I should say, of the track. It's lightning quick speed around the streets of Baku for us. Our quickest pace all season, all season long, really. We started from P8, we finished P1, and we take the checkered flag.
Absolutely
no pizza this time.
Awesome. Just amazing. Well done.
We're gonna get driver of the day probably as well, because we went from 8th to 1st. We do. Easy. And it's more points for us in the constructors.
Well, that may not have been the finest race in history, but there's no question that was a critical win.
And we stay ahead of Sonoda by even more. There's Sonoda in second. He's congratulating us. Dan Ticktum gets
And
another
now it's
third
time
place,
to
by the
wind
way.
down
He's
and
got 2
celebrate
third
after
place
that
now.
fantastic
He got the
race.
third place
Here
in the
they come,
sprint race
your top three,
in Monaco.
out onto the podium.
And now here he is with the third place in the sprint race in Baku as well. So 2 third places for Ticktum. Dams is going to be enjoying that because they are kind of fighting for the midfield spots right now. And to have been able to snatch 2 podiums in the last 4 races, in the last 2 rounds of the Grand Prix, I think is going to be big for Dams. There it is, almost level 30 in that podium pass. Y'all working on the freaking CSGO
So then, it's time
operation.
to see how this
I got the
result
podium
affects
pass.
the Drivers' Championship. Duchess increases their championship lead. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
They demonstrated a very delicate touch in the wheel-to-wheel situation. They showed maturity and patience.
On to the teams then. Another team that excelled today was Dams, who make further progress up the table. After all this drama, you would be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So 3 DNFs, Luka Giotto with terminal damage, Jihan Darubha, terminal damage, and Felipe Drogovic with another mechanical failure for MP Motorsport. Those are the 3 DNFs. Our teammate finishes bottom of the runners. Artem Markelov, he had 2 pit stops, of course. Same with Mick Schumacher, who went from 7th all the way down to 18th. He had a terrible start off the line, and he had to pit twice. That puts him in P18 in the end. This is after he finished 2nd in the feature race, mind you. Guan Yu Zhou as well. He finished P4 in the feature race. He had to make 2 pit stops. He comes down into P17 to finish on Galil, and the Dams finishes 16th. Nissani 15th for Trident. PK for Charuz is in 14th. Guilherme Samaya is in 13th for the Campos. Christian Lundgaard gets his joint best finish of the season in any race for the ART. That's 12th. Lucas Delatraz for the other Charuz finishes in 11th. Marina Satu would have scored points in this position for Trident, their first of the season, had this been the feature race, but it's a sprint race, so only the top 8 finish in the points. He finishes 10th, and Robert Schwartzman will remain in 9th, just on the outside looking in. ART, Marcus Armstrong, he had 3 podiums in the opening 2 rounds to start the season. They looked really good for ART, but all of a sudden it's fallen off the back. He starts at 14th. He got it up into the points, 6 positions, finishing with just a single 1 for Art. Nikita Mazepin scores one of his first points of the season for High Tech. He moves up 5 into 7th for 2 points. Jack Aiken gets another 4 for Campos. Nobuharu Matsushita just tops off a fantastic weekend. 21 points in total for the MP Motorsport driver, 6 of them here in the sprint race for 5th. Callum Ilott finishes 4th. Dan Ticktum gets his 2nd podium of the season despite starting on pole for the sprint race. He comes home with 10 and 3rd. Yuki Tsunoda gets 12. We get 17 to increase the lead. 95 now is the gap back to Tsunoda, but Dan Ticktum has taken over 3rd place from Jihan Darubha, who failed to score points all weekend long. He's now a point ahead of the Indian driver. Marcus Armstrong falls down to 5th, continuing his plummet down the table after being in 2nd place or 3rd place at one point. Colin Milott's up to 6th in the Uni Virtuosi. Mick Schumacher down to 7th now after not scoring points in the sprint race with 44. Guan Yu Zhou is up to 8th. He's got 30 points. Robert Schwartzman down to 9th on 30 points. The MP Motorsport of Nobuharu Matsushita is up to 10th. He has got 27 points. Jack Aiken in the Campos is up to 11th on 19. Then High Tech for Lucas Giotto, who did not score points in the sprint race, is down to 12th. He continues his descent down the table as well. He was a top 5 driver at the very early round of the season. He is now outside the top 10. Louis Delatraz on 10 points. He's in 13th. He drops a position. Felipe Drogovic remains in 14th for the NB Motorsports despite the double DNF with 4 points. And Nikita Mazepin joins the point scorers. He gets his first 2 of the season for High Tech. He's in 15th. That drops Marina Sato, who is the highest placed car who is yet to score points, drops him down to 16th. But he's leapfrogged both Guilherme Samaya and Pedro Piquet in the Campos and the Charuz. Christian Lundgaard's down to 19th. Artem Markelov, our teammate, now in 20th. Roy Nissany remains in 21st, and Sean Galil is at the bottom, still in 22nd. The team standings, mind you, Trident still yet to score points. They're in 11th on 0. Charuz remain on 10th throughout the weekend. 10th place. Campos get points this weekend to move up to 19, but High Tech got a little bit more to maintain 8th after the sprint race. MP Motorsports were on 10 points coming into the weekend. They are now on 31, and they leapfrog and nestle nicely into 7th place. ART are going to drop a position after the podium from Dan Ticktum in the sprint race. They're down to 6th on 47. That Dam's team is now up to 5th because of that podium on 56 points. Prima dropped behind Univocerosi, who they are fighting very fiercely with. They dropped to 4th, just a point back of the Univocerosi side, the Italian side, who are now up to 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship. Carlin came in with a 5-point gap this weekend back to us, or I believe it was a 15-point gap. It is now 40, as we outscore them in both the sprint race and the feature race, and we qualified on pole for the additional 4 points there. We are at 188, 40 points ahead of them. Round 4 is over. Round 5 is going to be... Is it Austria? I think it's Austria. Spielberg, yes, it's Austria. So round 5, Spielberg, Austria. That is going to come up on the weekend. That'll probably be Saturday with the My Team career as well. Thursday, we're going to do the NASCAR. Interesting thing to note very early on for this race in Austria is that practice will be dry, qualifying will be dry, but the feature race is going to have rain with some dry conditions as well, and the sprint race will have the same, some rain and sun mixed in. So a really, really interesting prospect for the Spielberg weekend, because both races are going to be affected by rain at some point, but not for their entirety. That'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it, but we are back Thursday with NASCAR. It is the Camping World Truck Series race. I don't know which track, and honestly, I cannot remember which track right now. Maybe Michigan? Hey, race guy. Nice. What a name. Welcome. We're actually about to log off, mate. But we'll be back with BWT HWA Race Light, the driver career, the F2 driver career. We'll be back with that on Saturday. But first on Saturday, it's going to be round 4 of the My Team career, and that's from Monaco. You can see we're down to P15 in that one. Vettel and Ocon have overtaken us. We have a rivalry going now with Antonio Giovinazzi in that series, so we will want to stay ahead of him. Our teammate Kalamila is in 20th, so looking forward to that. Again, NASCAR Thursday, and then we have got F1, both the My Team and the driver career on Saturday, so it's going to be long stream Saturday. But yeah, looking forward to it. Thank you so much, everybody that showed up. Thank you to Race Guy at the very end for the follow. Thank you to Butters who showed up. Thank you to Shumi and the absolute fantastic Shumi team, the Shumi fan club. You've got Most Sus User, Izzo Boomafu. Love you, Boomafu. And big thanks to everybody who stopped by to watch as well, who stayed around to watch, I should say, who rated as well from Shumi Stream. Big, big, big thank you to all y'all. And we will see you Thursday night, sometime around like 7 or 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for some NASCAR. Until then, have a great night.